What's up, guys? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, and it is the first day of 2024. Now, this year, I make a pledge to listen to one new band or artist every day, and hopefully make a video for each of those artists each and every day. Now, I have no clue how time-consuming this will be. I'm going to try to create a kind of backlog, so I'm always ahead of the game. So, spoiler alert, this was recorded in 2023. But in order to do that, I need to keep up with the backlog. So I don't know how well it's going to work. It might change into a weekly thing. It might turn into maybe just a short where I quickly give you my thoughts. But as of right now, I'm planning a full-fledged video for each artist. And as you can see from that right there, the first artist is Sleep Token. So what do I know about Sleep Token before listening to them? They were the It Scene band of 2023. And that's about it. They're jazzy from the snippet that went viral on TikTok. They apparently have some pop sensibility, which is great because metal fans are going to listen to pop sensibility and realize how great it is. So I'm on board for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing if, I end up liking Sleep Token. Now, I will list the 4 songs from each artist. I have done that for Sleep Token, so let's get into the first one. So the first song I listened to from Sleep Token was a song called The Offering from the first album, Sundowning. I didn't love Vessel's voice on this song, full disclosure. I wasn't sure if that was production or whether that was just, debut album. He's not comfortable with his own voice yet. I don't know, but did not love it. And I also didn't love that we had nearly 1 whole minute of music before we got any vocals. So, Sleep Token, my understanding, pop sensibility, not so pop sensible for this song. Now, I did like the riff near the end of the song when musically it starts to pick up. However, it did get boring because it was just that riff over and over again. So it got a little tedious after a while. And then we also had no lyrics during that point. Finally, the last 30 seconds, we just get keys for 30 seconds while that riff fades out. It seemed a waste of the riff. They should have closed it out with something better or had an abrupt stop and turned to the keys. Maybe that would have worked better. Overall, I didn't hate the song. It just didn't grab me. So the next song I listened to was Alkaline off the second album, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Now, full disclosure, once the song started, I realized I had actually heard most of it before. I think it popped up on a random playlist, and I was like, oh, I have heard this before. But in the spirit of it, I'm going to give you my thoughts anyways, because it was really my first time fully paying attention and understanding what Sleep Token was doing with this song. So first off, I liked it right off the bat because it was like 3.5 minutes. So that's always a big thumbs up in my book. And once the intro vocals faded out and the music picked up, I really did enjoy that part. I would like a better hook in the song overall, but the song did enough musically to tide me over, especially given its, shorter running time, to make me feel like I enjoyed the song. However, I do have to question whether the band could actually do vocals until the very end of the song. So for the final 2 songs, I knew I had to take 2 songs from Take Me to Eden, the smash hit 2023 album, one of which was obviously going to be The Summoning, which had that viral moment on TikTok. It was just deciding the other one could have gone with the album title track, but I decided since The Summoning was track 2, track 1, Chokehold, seemed to be pretty popular as far as streaming numbers go. So I decided, let's just do 1, 2, see how the album would open up. So first, right off the bat, the vocals I like a lot better than the previous 2 tracks off the previous albums. So my hunch was right. It wasn't necessarily Vessel's vocals that were bad. It was just a production issue or him not being comfortable with his vocals quite yet. But honestly, this sounds a little like Chris Martin of Coldplay discovered heavy music. Not that that's a bad thing. Chris Martin, obviously very successful, knows how to write a hook. But it does have that feel to it like, oh, Coldplay listened to Metallica one time, and this is what they came up with. And I gotta say, I'm not a big jazz fan, but I do like the jazzier elements that they add in small doses. Unfortunately, on this track, there's a lot of that. I know, I'm just uncultured swine. Did I mistake you for a sign from God? Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. My thoughts on the scene song of the year. The most popular song released in like early last year, blew up, The Summoning. TikTok was right to make this one go viral. The song starts off extremely hard, which I love. The other ones have been kind of slow burn at the very beginning at least before picking up. And I honestly thought with Chokehold being the first song on the album, that with that one not starting off hard, that must just be their thing. They're not going to do it. But they did it here. So the song is all over the place stylistically, which is generally a hindrance for me. However, they don't keep any style long enough for me to care that it's dragging on, like I mentioned the jazzier elements in Chokehold before. But that being said, I can do without the lengthy, I'll call it an interlude in the middle. I don't even like interludes when they're standalone tracks on an album that I can skip. So to stick one in the middle of your song, especially a 8-minute song or 7-minute song, whatever this ended up being, I can definitely do without. So as I mentioned previously, I'm a hooks guy. I love a good hook, and this has it. The hook is the whole end of the song. That jazzy bit that went viral is the beginning of it, and it kind of continues through until the end of the song. And by end of the song, I actually mean end of the song. Like, they actually do vocals till the end. There's no 30-second trail off or minute trail off. I guess because they added it in the middle of the song instead. Alright, so let's rank these 3 Sleep Token songs for me. So, the first, I will put The Summoning. It deserves to be on there. Definitely my favorite of the songs, despite it being way longer than it needed to be. Number 2, I'll go Alkaline. Again, had some problems with the vocals, but the tight runtime and the musicality associated with it was enough to get me there. The other 2 are basically a flip of a coin. I'll go Chokehold 3, I guess. Just because the production value adds a lot to it, and Vessel's vocals are much stronger. And then, obviously, that puts the offering at 4. So overall, I can appreciate Sleep Token for what they're doing, and obviously they blew up for a reason. There's a lot of people like them. The TikTok kids like some aspects. The metal nerds like other aspects. Because you have those 2 groups of people that are into it, you're going to have a lot of fans as a result of 2 completely different fan bases digging it. But it's not for me. 7-8-minute songs are a sludge, especially when there's a giant instrumental portion in the middle that just goes on forever. I don't care. I'm a hooks guy. But, I mean, TikTok kids only want a 30-second hook, and metal nerds don't care about hooks. So, obviously, I'm not the target audience for this band. But yeah, I'm definitely glad we're finally getting metal nerds to listen to some pop sensibility to broaden their horizons a little bit. Maybe even bring them to the horizon. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you so much for checking out this first video. We'll see if these get tighter as the time goes on. I'm hoping so, because I'm looking at the time here and that's way too long than what I was expecting. But Sleep Token's a big band. I had a lot to talk about, so I guess that had to do with it. Give me a comment below. Let me know what you think of Sleep Token. Tell me I'm an idiot, pop fanboy that doesn't understand real music. Tell me that. I don't care. I won't be offended, I swear. Give me some other bands I should check out. Maybe you know a pop-friendly one that I'll dig. Or maybe you just want to make me listen to other bands trying to be Sleep Token. And that's fine too. I'll probably just tell you that they're not as good as Sleep Token is at doing what Sleep Token does. But hey, drop it in the comments. I'm making a list of, 365 bands I need to check out, so I could use your help. But if this is your first time stopping by, I need you to at least do one thing for me, since I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. I need you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad out. Peace.